Terrorist groups are increasingly using the dark web to recruit and train new members, share information, and organize attacks in the real world. Furthermore, terrorist organizations are using the anonymity and security of the dark web to disseminate training guidelines for cyber attacks to less experienced supporters. Also, terrorists are increasingly using encrypted applications and the dark web to create a digital safe haven for communications, logistics, and financing of their activities. Currently, the most active actors on the dark web are cybercriminals and cyberterrorists. Cyberterrorism is a modern form of terrorism that combines the two biggest fears of our times, cyberspace and terrorism. The Internet, and more specifically the dark web, are a perfect place for cyber-terrorists as they provide encrypted and quick communication between terrorists and eliminate all the distances. Equally active on the dark web is the propaganda and extremism by terror groups such as ISIS. Cyber-terrorism so far is not an emerging and highly concerning threat because cyber capabilities of terrorists are low. The most serious attacking activities of terrorists concerning the cyberspace are mainly hacking actions, such as defacements and DDoS attacks. Furthermore, it seems that cyber-terrorists have turned their attention in developing capabilities for cryptocurrencies, as it is the best and anonymized source for their funding and their trading on the dark web, vital for the completion of their operations. Moreover, cyber-terrorists may be interested in using dark markets to purchase cybercrime services such as malwares and ransomwares in order to perform cyber attacks that will, as a result, extort and gain financial profit. Generally, the idea is that terrorism generates fear of a massive, destructive physical attack resulting in the loss of a human. A cyber attack like the DDoS attack itself does not cause this kind of fear or destruction. However, analyzing carefully the potential, it could be just the beginning of a chain of events. For instance, if through a massive cyber-terrorist attack, telecommunication and first response services will be disabled, the effects probably will be catastrophic and their avoidance inevitable. So an attack of this kind could easily be combined with a physical attack at a big area where the communication system will be paralyzed and the coordination and the takeoff of attack will be a major issue. Cyber-terrorist attacks are totally familiar with the common cyber attacks, with the difference that cyber-terrorists will perform them where it would have the potential to cause more damage, such as a power grid. The purpose is different also. Cybercriminals desire to gain mainly financial profit from an individual or an organization through a cyber attack, while cyber-terrorists desire to cause fear to people and organizations through a coordinated cyber attack, promoting at the same time their socio-political agenda. The current situation is how to confront all these dark web activities from terrorist groups such as ISIS, which turn to become more and more experienced in cyberspace and try to recruit more cyber-terrorists through radicalizing messages, videos, and extremist content. The safety and anonymity that the dark web provides to terrorists contributed actively to the widespread of propaganda to their sympathizers across the globe. Already, a lot of efforts are taking place by cyber-terrorists to harm and terrorize people and organizations that are against their ideology and present critical infrastructure and information. It is going to be a challenging situation to tackle and confront the cyber terrorists that tend to be more experienced in cyberspace under the safety and their presence on the dark web. Okay, let's make a quick recap of what we learned so far. The dark web's major features and characteristics such as anonymity and security provide the same advantages to two groups of users, the legitimate and the criminals, to act differently and oppositely in the same community space. The dark web is not only all about illicit and criminal activities. Ordinary people, journalists, activists, business executives, IT professionals, and layers are some of the main legitimate actors of the darknet. With the indication that privacy, freedom of speech, truth, and trust of news and sensitive information are either unavailable or under control, surveillance, monitoring, and attacks in our day-to-day lives allow actors to go under the surface and use the dark web infrastructure. Many media groups and human rights organizations in the role of activists already use and recommend the use of darknets, whereas IT professionals and business executives also use such infrastructures for security testing and providing internet access with confidentiality during network failure cases that may occur on the normal net.